Digital 2022. It's now 11 days left until September 27th. And today we are really happy to be joined by one of our speakers, Sindre the CEO at SalesScreen. So welcome, Sindre, to the LinkedIn Live.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Awesome to have you here, Sindre. And you and I have had lots of chats here, but really great that you're going to be joining us also on the September 27th to talk about this is why you struggle with your outbound. And for those people that struggle, you're going to have some tips and tricks for them on how to potentially mitigate and solve that. But before we go into that, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about SalesScreen. What are you guys up to?
Sure. Yeah, I'm a CEO and founder of SalesScreen. We're the leading sales gamification platform in the world. I'm streaming live now from New York City. Split my time between New York and Norway, so I have a decent amount of people there in the US as well as in Europe. And yeah, I guess we're a SaaS company like many else. We're around the $10 million ARR mark, so it's been a good journey.
Yeah. And what does sales gamification, what does that mean?
It sounds fun.
Yeah,
It sounds fun, right? Yeah. So basically, at any business, and especially within sales, you have different business outcomes that you're looking to drive towards. What we do is that we break that into activities that the reps themselves can influence. And then we take a lot of inspiration from the gaming industry and specifically on the game elements that they use to get people engaged.
Right.
To do more of the type of behavior that you're looking for. So we could place leaderboards and competitions and achievements that you unlock and like boost the morale and give likes and comments and so forth, so on like calls and demo set and meetings booked and so forth, so on.
So it's like a psychological reward system. You get them in to do the things that are important, but you encourage them to do it.
Yeah, so that's where we differ from other companies. I would say, like we're actually trying to target human psychology to get the true potential out of your revenue team. Not like helping them automate this or that, but like really focus on the people that you have and how can we get them to have fun at work and really, put their best foot forward every day and be consistent in their work motion.
Right. So I mean, working with gamification and in a successful way with salespeople. I don't know. Do you have kids?
I do. I have 2 kids. Yeah.
So have you sort of implemented some of these learnings also to sort of get your kids to maybe clean the rooms or help with chores and stuff?
Absolutely. So one of the things that we do is that we give a lot of rewards, right? Those rewards can be likes, comments, gifts received, could even be coins that you can exchange for rewards in the reward shop. But like these rewards that flood our senses with feel good chemicals and, you want to get back for more. And this is like a pattern of positive reinforcement. And that's the same thing that I do with my dog and with my kids. We give them small treats when they do a behavior that we like and they come back and do more of that. So definitely learnings to take into your home turf as well.
Yeah.
I sometimes joke about this, but there's only 2 ways to raise your children. It's either via threats or bribes.
That's a good saying, I would say.
Yeah. So is there only carrots in your world, Sindre, or do you have to have the stick?
I mean, there's a level of the stick as well, because one of the things that you have to do is to drive transparency, and that creates accountability. So obviously, if you're not doing your work and you're not putting your best foot forward, that's going to be noticed by your colleagues, your manager and leaders of that company. So there's a degree to it, but you can limit it depending on your culture. You can say, let's say on the leaderboard, you only showcase the top 50% performers.
Right.
The bottom half doesn't really get hung out there. But then we have some companies in the US that they asked us to build reverse leaderboards. Like, could we show bottom 50% only? It's like so definitely depends on the culture and the workplace culture. But we do recommend to showcase the good behaviors and
I remember you talked about some of these things when we did the podcast episode a while back. The different types of scoreboards that you can keep track of, and it might vary depending on culture and so on. So that's a fun thing. So if you're in the chat, please make a shout out. Tell us who you are, where you're from. Would be great to see. And if you're lucky, we have SaaSiest caps as well. You can see how beautiful it looks on Daniel's head. And we have the opportunity to do a raffle also if someone is interested. So just write your name in the chat and you will be in the run for it.
I mean, it's Friday, 4 o'clock here in Western Europe, at least. And who doesn't want to hang out for a baseball hat? Hey, while people are figuring out and collecting some courage to type in their names here for the raffle, let's talk a little bit about your session, Sindre. And this is always important, but especially now in our world, we see, the climate is changing a little bit. Whether we're going into a recession or not, I'm not going to debate that. But it's certainly changing. And more companies are seeing that they're not seeing the sales output they were hoping for and expecting. And I think now is more obvious than ever before. And so your topic and your session becomes more relevant than ever now. And tell us a little bit, like, what can people expect from your session? What are some of the elements that you're going to touch upon?
Absolutely, yeah. I think we've entered a world where we expect people to work twice as hard and get the same pay. So it's definitely a struggle, and I do think that there's been some strong tailwinds pushing people forward from an inbound perspective that might cool a bit off. So outbound is definitely more important than ever. We have the pleasure of working with some of the finest SaaS companies in the world, and I've picked up a thing or two through them. So I've dug through the data and I found some benchmarks and found some numbers in what types of actions a rep does in companies like SAP and Seismic and Travel Perk and so forth so on. We have
Right.
BMC, really top B2B SaaS companies on a day-to-day motion. And I think that is what you can expect out of my session as well. I'm going to go a bit back to the basics of what is an outbound process and what can you do and what should you expect from your reps on a daily basis from a consistency point of view,
Right.
to actually, put in effort. And once you know that, it's going to be easier to hold them accountable and create incentives to motivate them to reach those thresholds and benchmarks. And then you're going to be better equipped to know if you're doing well or, if it's the market that is going down.
Right. So a little bit So go ahead, Thomas.
No, I was just wanted to say hi, Alexandru. Appreciate you coming again to visit us on this LinkedIn Live. And Martin, nice to have you here as well, product manager at Funnel. So we will soon do a raffle. I will prepare a little bit on my side, and you two can continue chat about the session.
Yeah. No, what I was just saying is, so it's really good. It's going back to basics for some, but for some people, I also feel like it's not going back to basics. It's starting because, the inbound motion has been so big, and people have with different levels of success. Some people have been really successful at where businesses come to them. That for most of us is going to change. So therefore, this is really, really important. And I like what you said. It's about holding the folks not just accountable, but it's also helping them understand if you do these things 1, 2, 3, you're going to get the results you desire. So it's also about helping and coaching them and guiding them in the right way.
It is. Just to add on that, outbound is hard. And like BDRs, SDRs, they probably have some of the most challenging jobs, I would say, in any SaaS companies. It really does require a level of tenacity and consistency and resilience to nose. Right. So the fact is that if you're able to succeed and build up an outbound motion, you can really create a predictable growth engine. And that's what everyone here is going for. Like that next race, what are you going to invest it in? If you have outbound working for you and the unit economics make sense, that's a great area to scale faster. So I'm also going to give some insights into typically what these types of companies, high growth SaaS companies, are doing in their outbound motions, and not only giving the benchmarks, but talking a bit more generic about the process for those who don't have an outbound motion today.
Awesome. That's going to be lots of fun. I know really insightful because I know you from the past. Really looking forward to this session. Thomas, how are we doing with the raffle here? Is somebody going to win a baseball hat?
Yeah, we have Alexandru, we have Martin. So if there is anyone else here that are up for a SaaSiest cap, this is the last chance. Write your name in the chat, and I will prepare sort of for the raffle here. And let's see.
Sindre, do you want one of these hats as well, Sindre?
I wouldn't mind that. It's a cool hat.
I sometimes jokingly say, but it's probably not a joke. It's a unique one. It's probably going to only be 200-300 out there. So,
absolutely.
All right, let's do it, Thomas.
Let's do it. Alexandru, Martin, here we go, and we'll spin the wheel.
Ooh, tight one.
Oh, and it goes to Alexandru. It goes to Alexandru.
Man, Alexandru, you are a born winner. Thomas, there's one that's coming in, Faras Ali. You have to redo it.
Okay, so we do one more.
We do one more.
We do one more. Today we do two. So Faras, you came in just a little bit late, but we are such a generous guy. It's Friday. What can you do? What can you do? So I'll remove Alexandru for the next one, and let's do one with Martin and Faras.
It's a good way of showcasing gamification, I would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Element of chance.
Exactly. And we have Faras came in late, but came in on top, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Faras, if you will just send a DM on LinkedIn so we get your address and phone number, we will make sure you get the SaaSiest caps. And Martin, better luck next time. We are coming back on Monday morning. We do 45, I think, and 4 p.m. every day. So have a great weekend and see you then. And thank you again, Sindre, for being on the show here with us, and really looking forward for your session on September 27th. So,
and I don't know, Sindre, you probably don't see the comments here, but it looks like you and Faras know each other. He says hi, at least.
Yeah.
Specifically to you.
Good to see you again, Faras. He worked for us before he moved on to Ignite Procurement. So
Okay.
Trader. No, just kidding.
No, not at all.
Just kidding.
We celebrate people moving up and on, so that's good. Yeah. All right.
Awesome. This was lots of fun. Looking forward to your session. Hey, Martin, you're going to get a baseball hat as well. Nobody is a two-time loser in our show. You're going to get a baseball hat as well.
Okay. So, Martin, you heard Daniel. Just DM me and send your addresses, and we will make sure that the caps will keep flowing.
All right.
And I hope you have a great weekend, everyone. All right.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Bye.